Hey guys, AJ here back on another one for you. So guys, the only people out there that are more delusional than these 20 and 30-year-old 304s trying to date are these 50 and 60-year-old 304s trying to date, right? Guys, these chicks are cooked. They are delusional, right? And guys, here we have a chick who honestly thinks that she's better looking now at 50 than she was before. Clown World. You guys know I have a whole bunch of videos on 40 and 50 and 60-year-old chicks trying to date, right? Well, guys, this right here is going to perfectly illustrate the delusion. So, guys, we'll get into this. Before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment, guys. Join my Discord, check out my locals. And, guys, at the end, there's a whole playlist of videos about these chicks in their 50s and 60s and 70s whining about dating. So make sure to check that out, guys. And let's get into this.
Pretty privileged, and I also want to talk about what it feels like to go from a woman that most of my life was not attractive to
Still aren't.
now upgrading my appearance and transforming myself. And I think there's a lot of women that can relate to this because there is a lot more things that you can do to improve your appearance out there, and it's not as hard to transform yourself. But number one is other attractive women want to be my friend, right? And I find that there are also a lot of women that do not want to be my friend. I found that in my past, people would come to me because of my intelligence, because of my character.
Please.
And now it's like a shift in where can we find the holes? They want to try and find the holes in who I am versus just coming to me for the things that are amazing on the inside. It is very strange now that I just walk out my front door and I can get 5 dates versus being absolutely ignored for most of my life. I don't need to go on a dating app to get a date, right?
Guys, I'm sorry. I gotta stop it right here. Come on, guys. Pump the brakes. Guys, I told you, rate this chick's Delulu level.
It's over 9,000!
Guys, she just walks out the door and 5 guys just run up and ask her for a date.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
It's convenient, but not really, because there's a lot of just weirdos out there. If I post a photo of myself on social media and it is one where I'm looking my best or decent, I get lots of dates and I get women that unfollow me. In the workplace, I would get women that did not want to be associated with me as far as appearance wise. So like if I showed up in an outfit that they also have that outfit, they would be disgusted and not wear that outfit ever again. Now, women actually want to know what I'm wearing, what my lipstick is, and they want to actually copy what I'm doing. I tend to lead with my intelligence, my empathy, and all of the things that I've built on, my spirituality, all of these things, because those are the things that I have relied on my entire life to achieve success. And it is very odd to get more attention for my appearance than my intellect. The other thing that's really weird is when I meet somebody and I try to explain to them why I'm single, why I've never slept around, and they don't believe me. They don't believe who I was in the past. So then, thank God I have videos. Just go look at my old videos, right? You can see the transformation that I've gone through. And what's interesting is a lot of times, I've also noticed a difference in comments. So women will either hate you, not like you, not want to, and they want to call out things like Botox and like all this kind of stuff. And then the difference in how men have treated me is in the past, I really got a lot of help from, especially men outside the church. I got a lot of help from really powerful men outside of the church to help me succeed. Teaching me confidence, teaching me how to do videos, teaching me to do all these different things. Like, you would be amazed if I told you the men that have helped me succeed when I was not very attractive, right? Now, what's interesting is because I'm successful, because I'm intelligent, and because I'm no longer unattractive,
No,
I find that I
please.
do attract a lot of different types of men, but I tend to attract super successful men that are, you know, wealthy or in their own right, some way, have some sort of massive success. But they're also used to women that are, you know, cheat on them or, you know, like have this kind of sense of not being loyal and all of these things. And so it is very, very weird interacting with them because they have a level of expectation because of that's how they've always been treated.
Guys, look, this chick says she meets nothing but successful men.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
The fact that she says that she once wasn't attractive and now she is, and now she has pretty girl privilege, guys, come on.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And guys, look, obviously she's had some lip fillers done, some Botox. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I told you, this chick is delusional. That's how a lot of these 50-year-old chicks are. This chick is talking like she's in her 20s, right? And she's saying, people don't know why I'm saying single. You're old! You are old! You're 50, she's 52 years old! Guys, come on!
Just like if I was always an attractive woman, I would probably see men very, very differently. Like, I always saw men cater to my attractive friends and the things that I'm like, they would just be blinded. They would absolutely be blinded by so much just because of their appearance, right? And I think that when you are a more attractive person, you also, or a woman, you tend to attract men that, you know, are also attractive, but then they just have a very different experience in life, right, with relationships and everything. And it just becomes, you know, men are more, they fall more, how do I say this? This is how I say it. Before, when maybe I wasn't as attractive, I could go out my front door and not be seen by, not be given any attention by any man. And, you know, if I asked for help or whatever, they would help me. Now, I walk out my front door and I get a massive amount of attention from men.
So much cap, guys. So much cap.
The treatment is very, very different, and so your just view of men in general is completely different, and your view of women would be completely different if you were always attractive or in your entire life versus kind of going through this transition. Probably the weirdest thing that happened to me when I went through this whole process is all of these men that I had known throughout my life that I had met and I was interested in suddenly saw how much I've changed and started to DM me their phone numbers, you know? Men that I had known.
I'll take things that didn't happen for 500, Alex, right? I told you, guys. Guys, the more she talks, right, the more cap, the more you know this is cap, guys. Guys, come on.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
For 30 years, 20 years, whatever it may be, all sending me photos and photos and numbers and please contact me and, you know, all of this kind of stuff. It was nuts. I used to be able to just be nice to men and it not be seen as anything. Now if I'm nice to somebody, then it like means something.
Delusional.
It's also really hard for me to get over this kind of shallow feeling of seeing men as a lot more shallow because I got no attention. Now I get a ton of attention, and it's all just because of my appearance, right? And if I went out and I got more, you know, like if I got surgeries and I got implants and all that, I could probably turn myself into some sort of like model or something.
Look at
So
that!
I don't really trust men
Look at that!
because of these two conflicting realities. Now, my confidence has been built up on the inside over the last 6 years, and I've done tons of work on myself. So my confidence equals, I would say, my outward appearance. Maybe trumps it. And I'm lucky for that, but I still don't trust men because of this. There are other things I wanted to share that I can't remember, but all I wanted to say is I wanted to bring this up because I don't feel like a lot of people talk about it, but more and more women experience this and this reality, and it is very, very interesting and bizarre. And you know, I've had a number of relationships when I was younger, but I don't think that those men chose me because of my appearance. Like, they chose me for the inner stuff inside my heart and my intelligence and all this stuff. And it's very bizarre going out there and, like, if I try to date on an app or something like that, like, men don't believe me when I try to explain them my journey, why I'm not married, why...
They just don't care. Guys, she's probably getting hit up on all these apps by a Gray Fox Chad, right? And Gray Fox Tyrone, right? These 55-year-old dudes who are saying, you know, they usually don't have to work at it because they're 55, right? They're single, they're well-to-do, and they know that chicks like her are desperate, so they can swoop in and shoot up the club. And this chick is acting like all these men are just trying to court her, right? All these men are just after her. Guys, this is so much cap. What are you talking about?
You know, like, I'm all this kind of stuff. And now I'm going out and just, like, dating a ton of men.
I'm sure you are.
Because I can. And the other thing is I tend to like younger men. And I
See?
noticed that
See?
this lady
There it is, guys. Right there. All these chicks, they like younger men because they like the attention. They think that these younger, like 32, 31-year-old Chads, right, are, oh my God, I'm getting all this attention. Chad just wants some easy sex, and that's just what you are. What are you talking about? I told you guys, the Delulu level.
It's over 9,000!
Clown World.
saying I'm talking about this, but she was talking about how men do this, but I absolutely think it applies to me. It's like regaining lost time, you know, like you know, I wasn't attractive to tons of men when I was younger. Now I am, and so I do tend to date the younger men because, yeah, it is a little bit like gaining lost time. I think I'm in that phase. It's really bizarre, but what do you think?
In your 50s. So, guys, she's out there, you know what I'm saying? Throwing it around, right?
You tell her she's a goddamn whore!
Thinking she's winning. You know what I'm saying? She's a 52, 53-year-old 304 that thinks that she's just this prize, that all these men are after her, and she's, what the fuck are you talking about? Absolute. I told you guys, these chicks are delusional, man. Delusional. And guys, their hashtags. Hashtag a pretty privilege, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Hashtag glow ups. Hashtag glow up tips. Hashtag over 50 club. Hashtag over 50 women. Hashtag Christian women of TikTok, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
All right, you guys, it's AJ. I appreciate you guys. Guys, check out the playlist at the end, and I'm out of here, guys. Have a good one.